welcome back to Awful Movie Reviews.
Have you missed me?
Just after I reviewed Hand of Death, I was asked if I ever saw Sting of Death, and my immediate reaction was, "Oh hell no!" After seeing this, I can say that it totally deserves a spot on my channel.
Well, that's very flattering.
But just before we get going, if there's a bad movie you'd like me to review, just leave me a comment down below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to never miss out on another bad movie review every Friday and cult horror movie review every Tuesday.
What's this nut talking about, Doc? I never can understand him.
At this point, with movies like Sting of Death, drive-in theaters were feeding the teen market with just any random crap. And the worst part is that the kids actually paid to watch this awful shit.
Oh, come on. All you need is some more beer.
We follow the daughter of Dr. Richardson, a marine biologist who owns a private island in the Florida Everglades. She brings her friends over to have a pool party, but things don't quite go as planned because, how to put this, there's basically a walking killer jellyfish on the loose.
I won't bore you with the details.
It's just about as ridiculous as it sounds. In fact, the jellyfish in this movie are floating plastic bags that don't move. It's laughable. Oh no, here they come!
Oh, who cares?
Dr. Richardson has a lab assistant named Egon. It's just Igor, but with an N instead. I guess they couldn't be bothered to come up with a more original name for a creepy lab assistant. You can kind of feel sorry for Egon, because everybody picks on him for being a creep. The girls crack mean jokes, and most of the guests just take so much pleasure in bullying the hell out of him. Although maybe Egon would heal his image a bit if he just stopped sneaking up on people all the time.
Women.
I'm willing to learn.
This is a movie where I was rooting for the bad guy. It becomes increasingly clear that Egon is the one behind all those attacks. We see a mysterious man wearing flippers, wielding an axe, and sabotaging a radio with a screwdriver. This is no surprise, but Sting of Death is filled with terrible acting and lots of mundane and prolonged dialogue.
What are those things in the tanks?
Portuguese man of war, silly. Some people call them jellyfish.
No, I think most people would actually just call this a jellyfish, plain and simple. In fact, I learned that the underwater scenes were filmed in the same location as Creature from the Black Lagoon, which is obviously the better movie by 20 milestones. It's called Rainbow Springs. The soundtrack overall is alright, if you leave out this objectively horrible song that is played.
Don't be a donkey, it's nothing like the monkey. It's something sweller, the jellyfish.
Do the jellyfish? Are you kidding me? I know that the film was trying to attract the young crowds with these tropes, but this is ridiculous.
It isn't my fault.
The teens, who are played by supposedly grown adults, are really oblivious to what's going on around them. There's a scene where the jellyfish monster sneaks into the pool and starts swimming around. I mean, just look at this thing. How good can it be at hiding from people? How is nobody noticing this? How deep does this pool have to be in order for the girl to not see her killer at all? It's amazing.
Oh, this is awful, Egon. What on earth can be happening?
I asked myself the exact same question, because I spent most of the film thinking that there was no real monster. The movie had me convinced that it was Egon wearing a jellyfish costume all along, getting revenge on everyone who mistreated him, and wanting the doctor's daughter all for himself. But then I find out that Egon actually does turn himself into a killer jellyfish monster. He's got a small laboratory in an underwater cavern where his goal is to create this fat jellyfish,
The sheriff should be here in the morning. He'll have some answers.
which he uses to touch and turn into this monster. So since he's really supposed to be a creature, I'm going ahead and saying that this is one of the worst looking monster in a flick ever. Seriously, you can totally see the actor in the suit. Who do they think they were fooling?
They all said I was crazy.
And of course, the story itself couldn't be bothered to explain it anymore.
Oh, please, Daddy, how could something like that ever happen?
Just close your eyes. Don't think about it. I don't know, Kara. I don't know.
It's funny how for a marine biologist, this guy seems to bear no interest whatsoever to how his assistant managed to transform himself into a walking jellyfish. I mean, that's quite amazing, really. The movie does give us the privilege of watching a chase scene between two airboats. I mean, it's stupid and it goes on for way too long, but it's kind of funny. Anyways, what an awful movie.